episode of The Square Room. My name is Jonel.
Deswayne.
And we have a little baby elephant to address. And no, it's not just his hair this time. So, a few weeks ago, we introduced this bad boy, a little wheel of misfortune. Oh, that's a cute name for it.
It's not a cute name. That's a terrifying name.
Well, because it's bad stuff that's going to go on it.
Exactly.
We asked you guys for suggestions, to which we got some, but y'all,
get it together.
I was telling you, right? People are like, oh, like a punishment should be like hitting each other with paintballs. Like, y'all, it has to be something we can do within this frame here. Like
here, not there. Here.
But because the wheel is not yet up and in full action, some of the stuff we've been gathering as punishments, I figured we could give you as a little teaser, as like a, since y'all been waiting. Well, no, of course Des is not about it. I don't even know if Des knows. This was kind of like an executive decision, one that like I made reluctantly because I'm not happy about it, but like.
Was this in a box?
What do you mean?
Go ahead.
Oh, you saw some stuff in a box?
And I mind my own business.
As you should.
Yeah. I look down, I'm like, nope, don't look.
But no, this was not in a box. This was in the fridge. So what he's talking about is he saw a box of sodas.
I don't.
And yes, the sodas are part of the wheel of misfortune, or they're going to be. And we're going to give you a teaser we always taste test drinks here. Usually they're good. Like we did Jarritos, Prime, just straight up alcohol, which was kind of but like this time. So like, I don't know if you guys have heard of like, there's like these different types of sodas that are like bad. Like there's like pickle flavored and barf flavored and this and that. And I just grabbed a random one. I didn't grab one strategically, but this one is, you guys see it? See what it says? Can you see what it says? Dirt.
But why?
I don't know. I ordered a bunch, and then I
obviously made in the USA.
Grabbed one. Is that what it is? Yeah. Oh, it says shoveled and bottled in the USA.
Shoveled? Joe.
Well, it's dirt. Yeah, shovel it somehow. So I got clear glasses so they can see that we're actually drinking it. No, because normally we have the Square Room mugs, but so yeah, when we get soda as a punishment on the wheel, it's gonna be one of these random sodas.
Joe,
what?
Dirt?
I wasn't like dirt. Like it's just a flavor. Does it smell like dirt? No, it just smells like soda.
No.
It doesn't smell like dirt. I feel like it can't be that bad.
That's enough.
What do you mean?
And that's better. No.
We're half and half. What do you mean?
Why would we go half and half?
Half the bottle. What you mean, Jelly Bean? It's like when you're a kid and you're like trying to make it even.
Yeah,
every last drop.
Do it again in your cup.
Just
in case there's any dirt left. You can have the
No, there's not actual dirt in it.
Of course there is.
It's like the
it's the like dirty water that they strain.
Like the bean boozled jelly beans.
That are actually ass.
I feel like on camera it's looking a little darker. It has like a reddish hue to it. Don't you think? All right, so we are gonna taste test it. It may not be bad. It does not smell bad, Des.
Joe, it smells like dirt water.
It doesn't smell good, but it doesn't smell bad.
It smells like dirt water.
You're so dramatic.
I'm picturing worms. It's giving sickness.
It's sickness and in health. Cheers. Let's try this. Oh my God, you chugged it? Ew, Des. You just burped in everyone's ear.
You're welcome.
It tastes not like dirt.
No.
To me, it tastes dirty.
Yes.
Like
you left your can of soda open, like root beer. It went flat, and just dust and shit has been in it.
Yeah, I don't drink root beer, so I don't really know the taste of it. But like, it tastes like something. Like, imagine like a sweaty like T-shirt, and then you like wring it into the thing. But like,
health warning: do not chug.
Is that what it says?
No.
Oh,
No.
I was about to call like a poison control or something.
It's sitting on my chest though.
Chugging it is rough. It tastes worse when you chug it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had the first little sip and it wasn't too bad, but it doesn't taste like dirt. Mm-mm. It doesn't smell like dirt either. Mm-mm. But we got some other interesting flavors.
It wasn't good.
Oh no, it
just wasn't the worst thing ever.
Here, talk to them for a second. I'm gonna enlighten everybody.
The thing is, I'm looking at the writing and they make sure you can't even read it. Or maybe it's because I'm blind. I'm definitely blind.
I think it's because you're blind.
Oh, I chugged that because I had to. Because if I didn't chug it, I would be a wuss. I would take a sip and I wouldn't finish it. And then Joe would be like, you have to finish it. And everybody would be like, you have to finish it, Des. Joe has a stronger stomach than you. Yeah. Duh, I'm not over here drinking dirty water. Like, what? Like, have you seen dirty water in the U.S.? Ew. Ew. Shoveled and bottled. That's disgusting. With a hint of soda. And it has a fizz. That's the worst part.
It's soda. It's carbonated.
It's the fizz just like sits on your chest. See? I made sure I didn't look.
Stop
what's
looking.
This? What's
Stop
that one?
Looking.
What's the clear one?
Your mama. Now stop looking.
I'm not on good terms with her, so she can stay in there.
In the box?
In the box.
Oh my God. Why? Well, we'll get into that in a second. Let me
situate yourself.
Yes, please. Thank you. Okay. The one that you saw in the top is ranch dressing.
Fuck no.
What? You were so curious.
I really like ranch though. That's why I'm saying fuck no.
Pickle.
Definitely.
Bacon. Definitely. Like, you like?
Like, I like pickles, but pickle juice
I don't
is
like
disgusting.
pickles. I don't like pickles
I
at
love
all.
Pickles.
Bacon.
Like actual bacon? Like just bacon?
Bacon soda.
Oh, I'll fuck with that one.
It says, y'all get your fixins.
I get some my fixins.
We also got mustard, grass, buffalo wing, butter.
Grass?
Grass.
You said or else my ass is grass?
I said that like weeks ago, weirdo.
So?
Well, there you go.
Grass.
So it's just like random, like
Shit.
bad flavored sodas. And there are plenty more. Some that were, there was one that was straight up barf. I was like, I don't want it. I don't want that. I don't want that one.
But why? Wait.
For entertainment value.
Purposes,
yes.
That's what I meant to say.
All right, let me finish this now.
Get it together, please. Look, I'm done long time, Joe. Belly's hot.
Okay, hold on. Oh, God.
It's the fizz.
It's like hard. It's like right
it sits
in
right
my throat.
Up top.
It does not want to go down. Yeah, it definitely tastes dirty. But I feel like it's going to be one of the better ones.
The better ones, yep.
It was just on the top of the box. Like, I just grabbed it. I didn't pick.
I think the pickle one would just be a strong pickle.
I think the way we should do it is just grab. Like, don't
even
pick.
look.
Yeah. Like, I literally, like, this one was a little bit chilled. I actually put it in the freezer. And then
We have to stand them up.
What do you mean?
Because I already know the order when it's laying down.
Oh, yeah. But, like, they packaged them so well. I mean, there was, like, they were individually boxed in, like, a soda box. Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, Jesus Christ.
They're hard to chug. I don't know how you did that. Like, I'm not even trying. It's hard to drink fast. Like, every gulp, it's like, it feels like I'm swallowing marbles. It's like, it does not want to go down.
That's understandable. Yeah. You're almost done. You got it. You got it, Joe. You got it.
Okay, you know what? You start your story with your mom as I finish this.
So, I'm not speaking to my mother, who, if you guys heard on the phone a couple weeks ago, like a month ago actually, she was chatting about things that she did to kids to kill them, to fight for my life.
I wouldn't phrase it that way, but okay.
That's what it sounded like to me. So we're not talking. And Joe, I'm going to tell you why. And this is very serious, okay?
Okay.
So one night, it's about, this is 2 weeks ago. So it's 11 p.m. I get a message from my sister that says, call me when you can. Now, for those of you who don't know, I have 2 half sisters, one in Florida, one in Jamaica. Okay, the one in Jamaica, the older one, 19. Got it. Met her last year. Well, not met, but introduced to her last year.
The older one.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was a younger one.
No, the younger one is a year older than Kaden and is in Florida.
Oh, like young. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So, okay, no problem. So call me when you can.
This is the one located in Jamaica.
In Jamaica.
Gotcha.
The one that I was introduced to last year. Mm-hmm. We speak all the time. Randomly, not randomly. Hour-long conversations, 5-minute long conversations.
I think long-time listeners will
understand.
Recall.
Okay,
yes.
Good. All right. I just need you guys to understand the story. So, my sister calls me and I call her and I'm like, what's up? And she's like, your dad called me 30 minutes ago. About 30 minutes ago.
Your dad, as if it's not hers too.
And I'm like, oh, what does he want? Because we're not with it. And she's like, he called her and was like, tomorrow morning, go to your mom, get your birth certificate. I'm bringing you down to ABC and I'm going to put my last name on your name. I'm sorry, what? He said, what? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, that's all he said. She's like, yeah. I'm like, who does he think he is? Who said you even want his last name? Like, what?
Yeah, what are
like, who are you?
Thoughts? Does she want his last name?
She was so confused. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what? She said she just said okay because she's not going to do it. So it's just like, okay, like, shut up. But it's not like, do I want or not want your last name? For what reason would I want your last name?
So your dad's in Jamaica now? He lives there now?
Yeah. He lives right down the street from her and never sees her.
Oh, okay. When did he move back?
Like a year and a half ago or something. Now he's in, let's get there. So we're talking about this and I'm like, oh, who does he think he is? I said, you know what? Maybe he's dying. Maybe he's dying and he has bare money we don't know about. And in order for you to get a piece of that, you need his last name.
Which is not the case, but
I know that. So let me
wishful thinking. Yeah.
Let me call the one person who would know. My mother. So the reason why I say my mother would know, because my mother calls him. Well, they talk to each other often enough to say that they talk, but my mom likes to pretend.
They keep in touch, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. So my mom, I call my mom. She's not answering. I can tell that she's on the phone. So I call her from WhatsApp, not WhatsApp, from regular landline. I'm like, get off the phone.
A landline?
Like, what's it called? I call it landline.
Yeah, like landline is like cord into the wall.
Oh, no, like regular phone. I was calling her on WhatsApp before.
So just like on the phone.
Landline.
It's not, okay.
So I call her regular phone and tell her get off the phone because I need to talk to her. She says, okay. So I 3-way her, me, her, and my sister. So my sister goes on mute and I explain the story to my mom. You know what my mom says? I told him to do it. Now I go on mute. Because you need to explain yourself. Because this is ridiculous. So my mom then explains that, it'd be nice if my sister could come up to Canada to visit. You know, me and her have spoken about it, which we have. And the best way for her to get the visa is to prove that we are actually related because we don't share a last name. So it'd be a lot easier process if she had the last name.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't he just say that? So my mom goes, oh, I don't know, blah, blah. Okay, here's the story why we're not talking. So as conversations going on between the three of us and he's, my mom's like, yeah, the other day he called her and was like, I need you to do me a favor. And she's like, what's up? He's like, I need you to pick me up from the airport because I'm going to Bermuda, but I'm passing through Canada. I will be in Canada at like 5 p.m. and my flight to Bermuda is at 11 a.m. the next day. And my mom's like, okay, well, I can't help you because I'm getting ready to go to Jamaica. So the day you land, the next morning, I'm going to Jamaica. So I have a lot of things to do, blah, blah. However, I can ask your son, and maybe your son can get you from the airport. So now I'm like, by the way, she keeps talking and stuff. So when she stops talking, I come off mute, and I'm like, I'm still stuck at the part where you said his son. What son? What do you Mom, what do you and I'm getting mad. Like, I'm getting mad even thinking about how mad I was getting. I'm getting upset. I'm like, Mom, please, don't upset me. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. So she's like, Des, don't be like that. Da, da, da. I said, pick him up for what reason? Let him stay at the airport. He's only there a couple hours. Who cares? Let him get an Airbnb by the airport. That's his business. Oh, Des, I was hoping that you can just pick him up.
Lots of airports have hotels that are connected to them.
You can pick him up and he can stay by you.
That's too much.
I'm sorry. What?
The picking up is one thing, but to stay with
you.
Do you
hear yourself, mother? Mother, please don't do this. Deswayne, da. Okay, fine. You can bring him here. He's not going to your house either. He's not going anywhere. Anybody that has anything to do with my life, he's not like, no, he doesn't need to see that, whatever. So I'm like, you know what? I don't want to get upset. I'm going to get off the phone and I need to talk to God because this is outrageous what you're asking me. So now talk to a girlfriend and I'm telling her about it. Okay, fine. So she's like, Des, I think we should go pick him up. I'm like, does nobody hear me? Does nobody care how I feel? This is insane. And she's just like, no, what other chance will I get to meet your dad? And why do you need to, like, what are you talking about? When have I ever said you need to meet my dad? Yeah, but there's, what the So now I got to really talk to God and calm my spirits. So I talked to a couple people, actually one or two. Well, that's a couple. And they were just like, fuck that. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm like, okay. If I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. Talk to my mom the next day. So this is the day of. Fine. Me and girlfriend will go pick him up. Oh, really? Oh, my God. Mom, stop talking about it. Just stop. I'm going to pick him up. I will drop him to whatever hotel he needs to be dropped at, and that's it. Des, just let him stay by. Mom, find a hotel. Thank you very much. You asked me to pick him up, and I will do so. Whatever. Okay, fine.
You really picked him up?
We're getting there. So now...
I hope you were lying to your mom and left his ass at the airport.
So now, the morning of, talking to girlfriend.
Hello. Did, was it Austin Powers or was it,
Daddy wasn't there.
Yeah.
Austin Powers.
Daddy wasn't there, so Daddy ain't gonna be here.
Crazy. So now... By the way, that night my mom went on a whole forgiveness speech and this and that and, you know, XYZ. He wasn't there.
You can forgive, but you don't need to embrace someone. You can forgive and move on.
So
don't have hatred in your heart. I believe you should forgive.
Now the day comes.
Eventually. Maybe like right before you die so you can go to heaven, you know?
So now the day comes and I'm talking to girlfriend about it. I said, okay, you know, I told my mom, yeah, we'll do it. Oh my God, okay, yeah. I was thinking, yeah, after we pick him up, we can go out to dinner. And what are you talking about, dinner? Go to dinner with who? Des, come on. Come, listen to me very carefully. I don't want to argue with you, especially about this man. So we're going to pick him up from the airport and drop him to where he's going. That is it. We will pick him back up in the morning and drop him back to the airport. That is it. Any questions you have for him can be asked.
He's getting a round trip?
Now.
Oh, he's getting a round trip?
His flight,
Des, you're better than me. You're better than me.
His flight lands at 5
I would have been like,
PM.
I can help you download Uber onto your phone. I'll send you directions.
Live it. I'm low-key live it, huh?
Taxi, car service.
She gave him my number after I said okay. He texted me immediately.
Waiting by the phone.
So now,
like a girl after a first date.
It's about 4 p.m. and I'm like, Mom, when am I getting your car to do XYZ? She's like, oh, just take girlfriend's car. And I'm like, no, you volunteered your car. You said you're going to give me your car to go pick him up. We are using your car. Oh, Des, I have so much things to do. That's not my problem. Then he can stay at the airport. If you want me to pick him up, I'm going to use your car. Simple as that. Okay, well, I have to do this. Okay, well, let me know by whatever time. Okay, 4 o'clock comes, she calls me. Okay, Des, I'm coming to Scarborough. I got to do my nails. Blah, blah, blah. I can pick up the baby from daycare. Sure, no problem. She comes, she gets a car seat for the baby. She goes to do her nails. 5 o'clock, I'm talking to her, and she's like, you know what, Des, I'll just go pick him up myself.
Isn't his thing landing at 5?
It got delayed to 6 something.
Oh, okay.
So 5 p.m., I call her like, hey, what's going on? So she's like, I'll just pick him up myself, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, well, after you pick up the baby, drop the baby to me, and then, yeah, go pick him up.
Stop it. Stop. She did not bring the baby. She brought your... Oh, no.
So I say, Mom, I'm not in the laughing mood right now. Blah,
Stop
blah, blah.
it. You're
She's
joking.
like, Des, why are you being like that? I said, Mom, I'm not debating about this. Pick up the baby and bring the baby to me. If you can't do that, I'll go pick up the baby myself. You should have said that. Oh, go pick up the baby yourself. No problem. So now I'm mad, but I know my mom. You're going to pick up the baby. Don't be ridiculous. So now she calls me like 5 minutes later. I'm done. Okay. Did you leave your house? No. It's fine. I'll pick up the baby. Okay. So now, okay, I'm at home, chilling. I get a message at 5:45, almost 6 o'clock. I'm on my way to the airport. I didn't even reply because I do not want to disrespect my mother. So I did not reply. I just put down the phone and walked away.
I would have flipped out. I would have flipped out.
So girlfriend is in front of me like, oh, what happened? And I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. Girlfriend and cousin are there. And I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. Oh, no, what happened? I show her the message. She did what? And I'm like, then I just said, like, you're going to add salt to the wound. And when I blow up, nobody's going to like it. I'd rather just act like this did not happen and let it go. So now.
We all right. What do you mean? I love your mom, but no.
I call her at 7. I message her at 7 because she hasn't said a word to me yet. By the way, in between this, I had girlfriend went home and I had messaged. I'm talking to her like, hey, what's up? What are you up to? And she's like, oh, I'm just talking to your mom. Why are you talking to my mom? Like, why are you messaging my mom?
This is when?
The same day,
but like
7
later.
p.m. Yeah.
Girlfriend's messaging
my mom.
Okay.
And I'm like, why are you messaging my mom? Oh, because she doesn't understand why you're upset. She said don't have no conversation with my mom about this. Oh, if you don't want me to talk to her, I won't. Don't. Leave it at that. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm just going to get more upset. Leave it at that. Okay, fine. So I messaged my mom. Where's the baby? Oh, he's not out yet.
Huh?
My dad.
But that's not what you asked.
Thank you. So I didn't reply. So then she messaged me at whatever time she messaged me. I'm on my way. I didn't reply. She messaged me, said, here. I go outside. I walk. I go to the car. She's out the car. She brought the stroller to the door, and then she went back to the car. Took the stroller. I put it inside. As she's taking the baby out, I go to the car. I take the baby from her. She unbuckles the car seat. I take the car seat. I say thanks, and I walk away. I go inside, put the stuff down. Then she calls me back, and she's like, oh, I forgot to give you 2 pieces of mail for you. It's in the mailbox. And then she hangs up.
So your dad was not in the car.
He's sitting in the car. Go ahead. Because my mom wants to be mad at me. But you're not going to be mad at the grown man sitting right beside you who is not going to acknowledge me. No, you're my mom. I can't say that. No.
Well, that's a fair point. My first thought was, why is he still there? AKA, he is going by her to stay. Yes. But like that one, it's still her home. You don't live there. It's not her choice.
Brought him to the airport after I strictly told you not to.
What?
My mom.
The baby.
Yeah.
Oh, no. But I'm saying like that's what I was thinking when I'm like, oh, like if the dad is still in the car, then he's going to her place to stay, which is just like a big.
Now, later on, I go see my older son, Caden. I'm on the phone with him. He was at his grandma's house, his mom's mom.
Okay.
So he's at her house, and I call him like, hey, I'm going to stop by, blah, blah. His grandma is in the background. Oh, my God, Des, you never said your dad was that handsome. And Caden is like, shh. And I'm like, wait a minute. Where did she see him? And Caden's like, nothing. Just relax. I'm like, Caden, where did she see him?
That actually makes me really sad.
Dad, just relax. I'm like, so she stopped so you can see him, and for some reason decided to call your grandma outside to see him too? Like, hey, this is Dez's dad? Dad, just relax. Oh my God, grandma, see what you did? I'm like, Caden, I can't right now, please, just goodbye. So I get off the phone with Caden, and then I am talking to girlfriend, and she said something. I'm like, oh, you knew my mom was going there too? Oh, so everybody knows that this guy's intruding in my life and everybody's okay with it. Okay, cool. So I call my mom later, and I message her, and I'm like, okay. I messaged her at 2 a.m. This is crazy because I'm still the good kid. So I messaged my mom, and I'm like, I said, what time should I pick him up to bring him to the airport? And she was like, don't worry about it. Okay. Simple as that. So I called my brother at like 10 a.m. or something. I'm talking to my brother. I'm just like, is that guy still there? And he's like, what guy? I'm like, there's some guy that was in your house. He's like, your dad? I'm like, is that guy still there? And he's like, no, he left in the morning.
This is the middle brother?
No, the youngest one.
Okay.
He's like, no, he left earlier in the morning when mom went to the airport. He went to blah, blah. Which was my original idea to my mom. You're going to the airport earlier than him. So what? Let him sit there for 4 hours. So now me and my mom are beefing. And I know to her it's like, oh, I'm being dramatic. I don't give a fuck if you think I'm being dramatic. I don't care. I personally don't care.
I don't think you're being dramatic.
And the issue that I have, and I was telling girlfriend, is I wrote him off a long time ago, which is fine. Last year we had a conversation when I realized I had a sister. And I said, I don't want to speak to you. She would like me to speak to you and have relations with you. You know, fine. I can understand where she's coming from because she doesn't know you. I know you. And you ain't shit. You know, I didn't say that, but you ain't shit. So she's giving you a chance. So I promise you, if you break her heart, I will not speak to you. I have no reason to speak to you.
Yeah.
And he did just that. So why am I speaking to you? Earlier, and I kissed my teeth earlier, is because he has this number, he texts me good evening.
Like today? Today?
Like while we were sitting here. That's why my phone's way over there. Like I don't want to look like.
I will say, so even though like you were fine telling the story, it made me emotional because like that's when you said Caden saw him too, I feel like that's a huge betrayal. I don't care if it's your mother.
Thank you very much.
Your girlfriend.
Thank you very much.
Those are your children, and that's your decision. And someone who has hurt you that much, you get to decide the relationship you have with them. They have good intentions, but to force that on, those are not their children.
You picked up the baby and brought the baby. That was one thing. Fine. Now you went out of your way.
It was a double whammy. Yeah.
To go see Caden at his other grandma's house. Call that grandma outside to be like, oh, this is Deswayne's dad. For what? For why?
When someone has hurt you like that, it's one thing for the people around you to encourage reconciliation and forgiveness. But if you are not feeling it, it's not for them to force you into something like that. And it's not fair to take your children who are minors and bring this person who you don't want in your life or your children's lives around. And that's what made me emotional, because I was like, it's wrong. Like, parents feel like because they're your parents, they can't be wrong, but they're wrong.
Wrong.
I love your mom, but you wrong, girl.
Completely. And I told everybody I will continue to beef until she looks at me. And girlfriend,
you're wrong if you knew that she was going to do that and you didn't give Des a heads up. Poor Caden was trying to be like, yo, my dad is going to lose it.
He knows, because he knows how I feel, because we've had conversation about how I feel and why I feel that way. And I said, if you want to have a relationship with him, I'm fine with that. You know, I'm not going to tell you no. But if he's forcing it and you don't want to, you don't have to. Period. But for your mother to, without your consent, just bring him to your child, that's not Caden being like, I want to see my grandpa. I sure as hell know King didn't say that. I sure as hell know nobody in Canada did, except for girlfriend. Well, I don't think girlfriend would call him grandpa, but you know. Yeah, no. That is why I couldn't tell you off air. I kind of wish you did. I wouldn't have cried, I think, if you told me off air. I would have been more like shocked. I was so pissed. And like, I'm normally when I'm mad at my mom, it's like, I'm mad at my mom, whatever. But I was like, I still am pissed. And I understand that her intentions are good. But no. This is the one thing I'm like, the path to hell is paved with good intentions. Yeah, that's true. It's not okay. I think one thing that parents need to understand, especially parents of people who are like minorities, because I do think it's like a different thing culturally. For sure. It's different than the Western world. I think in the Western world, parents have more respect for their kids. Yep. I think in, like your example, Jamaican parents, but a lot of other third world countries, minority countries, it's this thing where it's like, you know, even if you have good intentions, but parents just feel like, I'm going to do what I want to do because I'm the parent. I make the rules. You're a grown-ass man. Mm-hmm. When girlfriend was like, oh, your mom thinks you're being dramatic, I'm like, just stop. Just please. Like, you're a grown-ass man. It doesn't matter. You're not doing anything to endanger yourself or your children. Nobody needs to step in. That is your decision to make. And it's one thing if your dad was a nice guy who like maybe said something to offend you once. And you're like, you know blowing out of proportion. This is someone who wasn't there for you your whole life, ignored you. She saw that she brought him to your front door and he didn't acknowledge you. Say a word. Thank you. And you're going to go bring him to Caden? I don't care how old you are. You are the
child in this situation.
Period. So you want me to say something to him? So when I'm walking to the car, I see him in the front seat because I can see the front seat. So I see, and his head is down.
Shame.
And I'm like, your head better be down, because it's not that you don't know where we are. You know we're stopping at Dez's house to drop off the baby. So you kept your head down for a reason. Good. Keep it down. Keep it down.
I know your mom had good intentions, but that was wrong. She crossed the boundary. I think people expect him to be like, Des, but it didn't. No, it's not.
Couldn't be.
Deswayne is justified, and he is better than me for holding it. I would have flipped the fuck out, Deswayne.
Only because it's...
If it's my mother, I would have cussed her out.
You don't know how bad I wanted to. That's why when she texted me, I'm on my way to the airport, I was actually going to cuss bad patois words to her. And I didn't want to, so I just put the phone down and
Putting
left
myself in your situation, I don't know how you kept your cool. Good on you, but like... Des.
Yeah. Oh, and baby mom messaged me and was like, your mom's bringing him to the airport. And I'm like, please don't. I can't right now. Just don't. She's like, okay. I just wanted to be clear of what was going on, because I didn't think that was just leave it there.
Fair for her to ask.
No, I know, but I'm letting her know.
You're like, you don't want to get into it.
Like,
No, it's fair.
Please. Yeah.
Right. Why is it that the two people who should know and consent didn't know and consent?
And it's crazy because I could have just picked up the baby myself from daycare, but you said you're going to be right by the daycare, so that makes sense. Pick up the baby, bring him to me, go about your business. That's my story about why me and my mom are beefing.
Like, I have no words. I have lots of thoughts and I have lots of feelings about it.
Yeah.
But obviously, you have to talk to your mom at some point. Don't do that. Because your mom had good intentions. But I think it's understanding why it was wrong.
Whenever she has something to say to me, I'm going to say, you need to apologize. And she's going to say, for what? I'm going to tell her for what. And she's going to be like, you know what, Des, da-da-da. I'll be like, okay, well, until you apologize.
Send her this episode.
I'm not going to. I'm going to tell her to her face. So it burns her more. My mom, I had a lot of bad words for you, and never in my life have I had bad words for you. I had a lot of bad words for you that I didn't say.
It's hurtful. That man has caused you more pain than anybody in your life. And for her to...
Crazy.
I don't want to cry.
Crazy. Not so.
I'm sorry, Des.
Not so.
That's not right. You want more soda?
Do I want more nasty soda? No.
You like ranch? You want ranch? Here, please. Take it.
Ranch. This actually looks like cream soda, so like it makes me really want to try it.
It looks like the white Freezy.
Yeah, and those taste really good.
Really good.
But then ranch? You see ranch dressing, you're like, ugh.
And it's carbonated ranch.
Y'all get your fixin'. Oh my God, that's his name.
What?
Lester Fixin'.
Oh, I think there's a couple different companies. Like, I ordered this from one company, but I think the sodas, there's a couple different suppliers.
Yeah, because this guy's face was on the last one too. That's how I remember.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But yeah, that's my story.
You should have freaking warned me. Why'd you do that?
Because I didn't want to warn you.
Oh my God. Okay. I guess we should just lighten up the moment. Do you want to do
listener question?
Do you want to do listener question? Or I had this thing. Maybe we'll do this because I think it's light. I don't know what the question is yet, but
reads it crying.
Oh, this was like people tweeting stuff that shouldn't be embarrassing but is.
Okay.
So I'm gonna read that, and then if you have anything else to add.
Mm-hmm.
Person says, pressing no tip on my pickup order.
Yeah, I feel bad sometimes too.
Because I feel like they're like broke ass bitch, but it's like I'm picking it up. It's like that's like if McDonald's started asking for tips. Certain
fast food,
not fast food, like self checkout at like a Walmart or
no way they have tips. That's crazy.
In certain places in the States, they're starting to the damn machine is asking for a tip at self check. Like I'm doing the work.
What do you need a tip for? For being on? Get out of here.
Crazy. You know what? I'll add one on. For me, it's when whether it's online or at a store and they're just like, oh, like, would you like to donate $2 to children without homes and without parents and they have no limbs and they're
shit's yeah.
And I'm just like, no, thank you. I used to, But when I realized that it's just a tax write-off for the businesses when I could just donate myself.
I didn't realize, since I didn't know until you and Jasmine said it.
Oh, we talked about that?
Yeah. And she brought it up.
Oh,
and
we did. Yeah.
Since then, I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah, the last few years at grocery stores, they always ask at the liquor store. There's always
at the liquor store.
Why?
Because they know you guys are alcoholics. And they're like, you don't feel bad for the kids?
You're like, maybe they're drunk right now. We'll open up their wallets. But no, so any company, it's always a no. But you always feel like I feel bad, but I also feel embarrassed because there's like, it's $2. Like, you don't want to help children with no eyeballs.
$2?
Like,
and then after you do, they're like, here, great, put your name on this paper. Like, no, thank you.
Like, this is not preschool.
You're gonna put it up on the wall.
Yeah, that's mine. That's my like embarrassing. Like, it feels embarrassing, but it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'll also add that. When you know you got money and your card
decline. And you're like, try it again. Decline. It happened to me last week. I went to go get chicken wings. Decline. And I'm like, try it again.
When you know you have the money.
Decline.
No. And the thing is,
it was their machine. I just want to throw that out. It was their
that's
machine.
happened to me where it's their machine. But like, there's sometimes where like I go to tap and it's just like, oh, like it didn't work. Try again. I'm like, no, I'm gonna insert it because if I tap it again and it doesn't work.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm driving away or I'm walking out of the store.
Forget it. I don't want it anymore.
Or I'm fleeing the country, okay? I'm not putting up with that. I don't have
tap, so I can't.
Why? But does your card automatically have tap?
No.
Okay, I don't want you to give out your banking information, but my question was like, what prehistoric bank do you bank with that doesn't have tap?
They have you have like, if you don't want tap anymore, you just tell them you don't want tap.
Oh, it's a feature they can. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, this person. So what shouldn't be embarrassing but is? She said being in love with a man.
That's not funny. That's not funny.
It's funny because it's true. Being in love in general is very embarrassing.
Yes, it is.
Not just with a man, just being in love.
It is.
It's like, ew, like, you just like, you know what I hate? When you're like, you pick up your phone, and even sometimes it's just my friends, but like when I'm smiling to myself,
you're like, ew,
on the phone.
What am I doing?
Like, I'm like, sometimes I'm like reading like the group chat, you know, sometimes you got to catch up and or sometimes when it's live and it's hot and everyone's typing and it's just funny, but I'm in public and I find myself like smiling and I'm like, I pull up like a Kanye where like you drop your face real quick because you're like, no. I got caught being happy because it's like you're talking to your phone. You shouldn't be smiling at her. I
scream in public. Scream.
Why?
Like if the joke is that sweet, like if I type I'm screaming, I'm literally screaming.
Oh my God, this person said it. Your card declining when you actually have the money. Yeah. Getting caught trying to take a picture.
Oh, that's awkward.
So, funny story. When I was in Dubai, remember we talked about the dinner in the sky that I did. So one of the guys who was like hosting it or working there or whatever, you know, everyone's strapped in and stuff. But some of my friends were like, go to Dubai, find a man for me, da-da-da-da. This guy was real cute. So I'm trying to sneak and take a picture of him. Picture or video I thought was better because I'm like, video, because like we were in the sky, it was dark, there was light on our table, but like I was trying to zoom in. I just thought a video would be better. So I have like my phone up and I'm trying to like zoom in. Like I'm looking at my phone, but it's like you're across from me and I'm going like this, right? When I tell you the man looked dead in the lens and smiled and winked.
Yeah. You see me just wink? I would have winked too.
I was like, ooh.
Why?
I was so embarrassed. And then when I sent the video to the group chat, I cropped it so it didn't look like I got caught.
Did you tell them you got caught though? Wow.
I just told the world, but nobody knew. I was so embarrassed.
That's crazy. It's not that bad.
No, he was really sweet, very, very nice. But I just felt like, oh.
It's against the law, but
I got caught. I'm crying for a whole other reason now.
Just tears.
Just tears. You know me. Don't even mention birds.
Oh boy.
Chasing your dog down the street, especially when it thinks it's a game and runs away every time you get close to it.
Have you done that?
Not with Kingsley, but with my old dog Kobe.
I did.
Kobe would you leave the front door open. They're gone.
Gone.
Kobe would think it's a fucking joke, and then a car would come and he'd be like, whoop, and then duck away from the car, and you're just like freaking out, and then like you do the thing where you pretend to be mad, like, get back here, it doesn't give a fuck. You pretend to like keel over and die, doesn't give a fuck. I think the thing was like walking away, like, okay, I'm leaving you, and then he'd kind of be like, oh, like, what's going on? But then the minute you turn back, he's gone.
Yeah.
One time we had to have we actually at one point, me and my mom were like outside on the front lawn chasing him around, and like we had company pull up and they were like, what's happening? And they had to help us catch him. Like, it was that bad. It was,
at least you caught him.
Yeah, but it's so embarrassing because it's like, I swear he loves us. We treat him well. It's okay. He's not trying to run away.
Yeah, my cousin's dog ran out the front door one time, and my cousin's upstairs in his room with his girlfriend. So dog runs away, and I'm like, Gucci, get back here. Gucci, get back here. Gucci, get back here. And he runs to the sidewalk, and he's like, nah, I'm not coming back. So my cousin hears, and he's looking out the window. Him and his girlfriend are just watching me yell at this dog, come. Dog's not coming. I get closer, he runs further. So girlfriend comes, cousin's still at the window, doesn't give a fuck. His dog, by the way, his dog. So girlfriend comes, she comes outside, she ends up breaking a piece of branch. I was like, come, and the stupid idiot dog came thinking it's a game, and that's how we got him back. Yeah. But other than that, I'm not chasing a dog. You're gone.
Oh my God.
You're gone. Be free. I will never cage you. I will cage you if you get back in this house.
If I catch you. Realizing I'm going in the wrong direction in public and having to turn around. I can see that one. Have you ever been walking and like you're just in a crowd on a sidewalk or like in the mall, you have to do an abrupt stop and turn?
What I hate the most is when two different directions go two different places. Like, I was taking the train. If you go left, it leads to the streetcars and blah, blah. If you go right, it leads to the street. I needed to go to the streetcars. I'm seeing everybody go one direction, so I'm just like, I guess this is the way to go.
Oh, okay.
I end up outside. Where's the streetcars?
But you weren't following signs? Clearly, Deswayne doesn't know how to read instructions.
I don't.
Yikes. Yeah. What do you plan on doing about your hair? You're going to keep it like this for a little bit?
Yeah.
You're going to just let it grow out?
Mm-hmm.
Don't bleach it again.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can try to dye it. Mm-hmm. Well, so is this a semi-permanent dye?
Mm-hmm.
Can you go home and check?
Mm-hmm.
Because then, like, it'll fade after, like, washing it a few times, and then we can, like, try again.
I'm okay with it.
You okay with it?
I think it looks fucked up. And I did it to myself, so I'm just like, whatever. If somebody did this to me, I'd be losing it.
But you like it? Like, you're loving it?
No.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ronald McDonald looking at us.
I'm so
mad. Falling down as an adult.
Yes. Yes. As an adult, there's nothing. Not somebody old who can fall down. Like mid-age, like you're too grown.
Children
to be
and
falling.
babies can fall. Preteens, up until young adulthood, you can trip.
Yes. Not fall. Trip.
No. Dare you touch the ground?
Dare you? You better catch yourself. You better swim as far as you can.
Your friends are roasting
forever.
You. Swim.
Yeah, because you know when some people are falling, they look like they're swimming when they try to catch
try to catch themselves? Yeah. I'd rather do that. I'd rather fall for like 10 years and you're like trying to catch yourself than fall down.
There's one time that I think I was falling backwards. I was going up the stairs or something. I was falling backwards. And like, I'm just like, and people are walking by laughing. And like, I caught myself.
But I didn't fall though.
You see what I'm saying?
I tripped.
I did not fall.
But I didn't fall.
Simple as that.
Nope.
Can't say nothing.
Can't say nothing.
Falling is embarrassing.
Falling is embarrassing.
Because you got to get back up.
It's only the getting up part.
I'm snitching. Girlfriend fell in the mall.
Yes.
It was a long time ago, but she fell. And she was so embarrassed. And she told me. And
yeah. How did she just fell?
There was a wet floor sign and she slipped.
The sign was there, girl.
And she fell on all fours. And she was wearing, I think, either a dress or a skirt or something. Like, it wasn't cute, she said. Her knees were mashed. Like, it was just bad. Aww. And then she had to get back up carefully because the floor was wet. Yeah. I snitched. I don't care.
You're wrong for that one. You're wrong for that one. That was the last one in the list here, but do you have any more to add?
Embarrassing moment. I don't get embarrassed too
things
easy,
that shouldn't be embarrassing, but are.
I would say, you know when you see when you see somebody that you should know their name and you don't know their name, and they're just like, "Hey, Jonel," and you're like, Hey, what's going on?
Oh my God, hey, how are you?
But yeah. Inside, I'm dying. I'm like, what's the name? I'm running names through my head, and then I'll call my cousin after, like, okay, this is what the person looked like. Do you know who they are? Because if I don't know, they must know.
You know what used to be embarrassing? And, like, I don't think I'd find it embarrassing now, but it's also, like, the audacity. When you're in school and you're clearly not paying attention and the teacher calls your name. They're just like, oh, so what do you think, Deswayne? And you're like, because they know you're not paying attention. But it's like, you're trying to embarrass me. Yeah. I think when you're young, you feel embarrassed. But the older you get, you just like, oh, sir, I really wasn't listening. Can I tell you? On my Egypt trip, we were, tour guide talking, One of my new friends was like saying something to someone. Like, she wasn't being loud or disrespectful, but like, I guess he could see that she was talking and thing. And I'm going to just call her Mary. Okay. Because I don't want to say her name. But he goes, oh, yeah, so what was it, Mary? And I'm like, we are grown people. You are a tour guide. A very nice tour. Like, he was wonderful. But I'm like, you're trying to embarrass her for what?
Embarrass him right back.
No, and she handled it well. She's like, honestly, I was talking about getting KFC or like.
Good, exactly.
Or I think it was McDonald's because they were trying to find like, and like she just, everyone kind of chuckled and like, and it's true, but like she just was like,
I'm hungry.
I wasn't listening. Yeah, the food hasn't been sitting right in my stomach. I want a little, something familiar. But I was just kind of like, what are we? Like in 7th grade? Like, I don't know.
I used to get that a lot.
Yeah, so I feel like as an adult, it's like you just like embrace. Yeah, I wasn't listening. My bad. So like you're not as embarrassed, but like I think it's the audacity of the fact that they're trying to embarrass you.
Even worse when it's not you. Like, let's say I'm talking to you, but then the second you turn to say something to me, the teacher would be like, "Jonel, do you have something to say?" And you're like, "Me this whole time, and now me." Nuts. Yeah. Nuts.
All right, now we can get into a listener question. Let me pull it up. And while I'm pulling it up, I want to let you guys know that if you are listening and you have a question, a story, or anything that you want to share, if you just want to be a part of the podcast, we would love to hear from you. And you can do so by going to where, Des?
thissquareroom.com.
That is right. Today, we have a submission from Anonymous. That's something else that you guys should know. If you want to write in, but you want to stay anonymous, if you want to keep your identity a secret, we will totally respect that. There's a little thing that you can select. No problem. Bada bing, bada boom,
Beep, bop, boop.
So yes, this person is staying anonymous. Pronouns are he and him. He says, hey guys, I love the podcast, but I'm a little shy, so I don't want to say my name. Totally Boo. Okay. Des. But I recently got a puppy, and it's the best thing ever. But she follows me around all the time. And I mean all the time.
These bitches. A female dog.
Yeah, but why'd you look up at me immediately?
Because you're telling the story.
No. No. You're wrong. She follows me around all the time, and I mean all the time. She wants to be there when I shower and change, but it feels awkward. Joe, I know you have a dog, so I wanted to ask you if you find it weird to be naked in front of your dog. Des, question goes to you too, but I don't know if you have a dog or not.
Oh, this is easy. Can I go first?
No.
I had a...
He asked me first. Ladies first. Do you have no manners?
Sorry, I thought everything was equal between us.
No.
Apparently not.
Go for it.
Okay. I had a dog. Her name was Kobe. Her name...
That name sounds familiar. Didn't one of us mention having a dog named Kobe earlier?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But I had a dog named Kobe.
Yeah.
She was a husky. Oh, she was so beautiful. And yeah, I get it. She followed you everywhere. Like for me, she followed me everywhere. Same thing. I didn't like calling her name, so I would just snap my finger, or I'd call her Princess and she'd come. And then if I was in my house with another opposite gender, same thing. Sex. Okay. Of the opposite sex. If we're on the couch, Kobe sticking her head between the two of us. Like, bitch, if you don't move from my man. It was a lot of issues between her and other women in my life.
Yeah, female dogs are like that.
Yeah, and I loved it. I loved it. When I say loved it. I was like, yes.
All right, get to the question.
These bitches know. No, I don't find it weird. I just, like, if I'm in the shower, like, she can't come in the bathroom. Like, you don't come in the bathroom, period. So she'd always be by the shower door or by the bathroom door. But I would never be naked, like, right in front of her, because I always have a fear that one day they'll just
bite your dick off.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my fear. That's the only reason why. Other than that, I didn't really care. It was just
when I first got Kingsley. Dogs, puppies, they follow you around. They want to be there all the time. It's like cute and it's sweet, but I was like, ooh, don't look at me. So like I used to like. At first, I was like, no, like, let me, like, go in the bathroom and change, or let me, like, turn away so I'm not just, like, full frontal in front of the dog. But after a while, I'm just like, who cares? Like, the dog don't care. I don't care. So, yes, at first, I felt that way. You get used to it. They're dogs. They don't care. They're not looking at you sexually. They just want to be around you. They just want to chill. And, like, dogs make crazy good eye contact, so they're not even
insane.
Like, every dog you meet will make, like, dogs aren't looking at you. So like your body, so
yeah.
You're fine.
Don't get too close.
I can't speak to other pets, but like I feel like cats might judge you a little bit.
I had a dog lick my butt. Oh, story.
Yeah, I'm like, you better elaborate.
I was having sex and like I was kneeling on the ground.
This? I feel like I've heard this before.
And like the dog was just like,
you liked it, huh?
It was over.
Finish your sentence.
I was done. It was over. Period.
Okay. Why you getting so defensive?
Yeah. Female dogs are very territorial, from what I hear. Well, given the right owner, obviously. But from my understanding, they are. When I lived with my girlfriend, she would rip up my girlfriend's shoes, my girlfriend's underwear, never touch anything of mine ever. So I'm okay with that.
Thank you for your question, Anonymous.
Loser. Anonymous, thank you.
We're gonna call you Randy.
Randy.
Because of like Randy from
Disney's Recess. Oh, that's Randall.
No, Randy from American Idol, because he was like, yo, what's up, dog? Everything was dog. This dog, that, yeah.
Secrets.
Thiscaroom.com to submit any future questions. What?
Secrets. How do you feel about secrets?
Make friends.
What if you're not trying to make friends?
And friends don't make secrets. I don't know. Secrets need to be kept sometimes. Sometimes they don't. Depends. It's a very broad question.
Okay. For example. Okay, let me just cut to the chase. I was watching a video. Not porn. Not like an actual Instagram video. And the person was on a date with a man. However, the person was transgender from man to woman.
Okay.
And the person they were on the date with did not know. And they were afraid to tell the person, so they say. I'm just going based off of what I see. They said they were afraid to tell the person because they don't know how the person would react. Now, I see that very often, and I hear that that is okay. But there's certain things that, maybe men would be afraid to tell a woman because, I really like her, and if she knew this about me, maybe she wouldn't be interested.
Like what?
I don't know. I have a whole other family. I have anything that has to do with my personal life that you don't know about.
Okay.
Why is it that when it comes to that, a lot of people are like, yeah, you don't have to tell the person because you don't know how they will react and blah, blah, blah. But I need to tell you if I have a significant other, but you can't tell me?
So you're asking me if one is more important to tell than the other? No, I think that there's a long list of things that I think should be disclosed
immediately,
pretty early on. Do you have any sexually transmitted diseases?
Yes.
You should let the person
know. No, not
know.
yes, but yes. I hate her so much.
I didn't say anything.
You don't have to.
Yeah, like, do you have any sexually transmitted diseases?
Are you a felon?
Yes. Do you, were you incarcerated?
Anything. Do you do drugs?
Yes. Do you have children? Are you married? Is there anyone that thinks that you're in a relationship with them?
That one is very important. Because you have to word it like that.
Right. Not are you in a relationship.
Do they think?
I think the way they phrase it is there anyone that would be upset knowing that you're on this date with me?
Huh. That's actually very excellent.
Yeah, I think that's the only way you could catch Des, because Des will slip
I would be like
and slide and
upset.
Juke and jive.
I don't think they'd be upset. I don't leave it just like that, because they ain't gonna be upset. They're gonna be pissed.
See, like, Des, I hate people like you. I hate people like you. Yeah, like, there's certain things you should disclose. And then there's certain things that can come later. Mm-hmm. Like, I think if you are in crippling debt, it's not something that's a personal thing. You don't have to, but it is something that you need to share with your partner, even if it's not crippling. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because if you guys get married or
it's on both of us.
Even if you live together, in certain places, after a certain point in time, you guys are considered common law. Like, there's things that you do need to disclose before you get too deep into things with people. But there are certain things that need to be disclosed right away. The reason why, scared me. I thought I was calling someone.
You didn't hear that? That was going.
No, my phone is vibrating.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I heard like the like when someone's calling. But that wasn't my phone. But yeah, I think there's certain things that you need to disclose. Being trans is one of them because of people's preferences.
Yes.
Now, if someone comes out to you as trans on a date or in a dating situation, it's not for you to put them down, harm them physically, emotionally.
Them, no.
Yeah, but they should have that preference.
Yes.
It's just like, if someone, someone didn't like black women and I was trying to hide it. Like, that's a stupid example.
No, I get what you mean.
But I'm saying, like, I can be mad, like, oh, what's wrong with black women? But, like, you can have your preference.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything's wrong with me. I'm gonna do me. I'm not for you. You're not for me.
Simple as that.
Yeah, and that's the thing with the STD thing too. It's like, okay, this person needs to know, because if you want to get intimate with someone, you need to, like, put it out there, and those are things.
You going to jail once I find out.
Well, yeah, that's true. Those are things, and that's why sometimes you don't know. That's why you got to get tested before you have your partner, blah, blah, blah. But, like, I think there's certain things that should be laid out before you get into things with someone. Now, your life isn't going to be ruined if you hook up with someone who's trans, as it would with, like, a incurable sexually transmitted infection. So I'm not making that comparison. Don't come for me, y'all. No. I'm just saying those are top things
that you need to talk about,
that need to be mentioned, because again, I know people who have found out that someone they're seeing or interested in talking to, courting, has, I'll just put it out there, it was herpes, right? Mm-hmm. Like, the girl had herpes, told the guy, but he was like, I want to be with you. I'm cool with it. I'll take whatever medication or whatever, and let's just be together.
That's cute.
Yeah, but then I think once the L word came in, he was like, I don't want to take the medication. Like, let me just, and he willingly gave himself herpes, and they did break up. This is where I sip my tea, my dirt juice. Yeah, that's neither here nor there. But she disclosed. That's something that you disclosed.
Yeah. That's the main point. That's where we are.
Some people. I didn't tell you that story before.
You told me the half.
Oh,
I didn't know they broke up.
Oh, a long time.
What am I supposed to do now?
Disclose to your next partner.
Oh my God, we're just walking around disclosing.
Yeah. But yeah, I think in this person's case, I get why they're nervous, especially with certain people's reactions to dating trans women in particular. Trans women, I think, have a harder time than dating. I mean, actually, I don't know. I feel like that's not fair to say. I've heard more stories from trans women as opposed to trans men when it comes to dating. So that's why I assume it's a little more rough. But also, straight trans women versus straight trans men, I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like women are, like, overall more accepting. So, like, if you're dating a trans man, you're just like, well, you know what you're in for. It's like, whatever. If you don't like it, you don't engage. But, like, I feel like a trans woman goes on a date with a straight man and, like, he's ready to, like, throw hands. Like, it's more of a dangerous situation is what I'm trying to get at. So I get why they're scared, but you owe it to that person and you owe it to yourself.
Yeah. That makes sense. What about if, let's say we're dating and then we break up for whatever reason, we take a break. And during this break, you decide to do something for yourself. Okay. Let's say you decide to go to Africa for whatever reason. Okay. However, the date you're going to Africa, now you and I start talking, and now we're back together.
Okay.
Do you need to tell me what you're doing?
Yeah.
Why?
Because why wouldn't you tell your significant other where you're traveling, especially when it's like international?
Interesting. It's cute.
I think it's... I know what you're talking
No. I'm team no.
Tell them why.
I'm team no because there's certain things I believe in your life that you do for yourself.
Yes.
That you don't need to tell people. I don't care if it's your significant other, your mom, your dad, your twin. I don't care. So if that is one of those things, nobody can tell you that it's not for you. For example, you could be like, yeah.
But it's also for your safety. Do people know where you're going to be?
Who gives a fuck?
I think it's for safety.
No, it's not.
Yes.
It is not. Okay.
Am I the only one who knows?
For safety.
No. Your cousin knows.
For safety.
Your cousin knows?
No, I told her.
Oh, okay. Reluctantly. Okay, before that, cousin knew?
No.
Cousin still doesn't know?
Nobody knew.
What do you mean?
Nobody knew.
You said it on the podcast.
Well, I said I was going on a trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Solo trip.
Yeah, but nobody knew where I was going.
Oh.
Why'd you scream in the mic like that?
I'm sorry, everyone. I just saw Dez's lip quiver. That's why I cackled.
Yeah, so...
Well, I asked you. I told you for your safety.
The issue... Well, I disagree.
Like you didn't tell your mom?
That...
Your son?
That
your older
traitor?
son? No, but this is prior.
Nobody.
You would tell somebody.
Nobody.
Like in the event you hear on the news that...
Nobody. Because I'm not thinking negative like that.
No, but it's for safety.
No.
Oh, that's a privilege of a man. You don't have to worry about your safety.
You see what I'm saying? So let me be. But anyways, we got into this huge thing because am I your girlfriend or not? Because I don't know why you'd leave the country. And first of all, even if I was going to Brampton, Ontario for a week, you would still...
I think you definitely need to tell someone then. Are you crazy?
Do you guys hear this? I didn't say it.
People were driving on the opposite side of the road.
That happens everywhere.
Over train tracks when the thing was down and the thing was flashing.
Everywhere.
They drive into people's living rooms in Brampton. Like you'll just be watching TV, watching the 8 o'clock news, and then boom.
And there you are.
Here's Johnny.
Live and direct. In your living room.
Damn, Uber Eats it delivers straight to your table.
Yeah, but my thing is one question leads to more questions, and if I wanted to tell you and deal with all these questions, we will.
I do think that when you are in a relationship with someone, you should disclose, if you're going out of the country.
That's good. I'm glad you guys share like minds.
At least say where you're going.
She was weird. Like, oh, this is not the type of person I want to be with. So it looks like we're not in a relationship. I'm like, okay. You don't even care. I didn't say I don't care. You're deciding all of this. I didn't decide none of this. You're upset because I'm going somewhere and I decided to go somewhere when we weren't together. And now you're upset that I won't tell you where I'm going. And now that you know where I'm going, you're asking 1,000 questions, which doesn't make me want to tell you. That's, but I'm okay. All right. Well, if that's what you feel, knock yourself out. I don't care.
I think that I don't think you need to check in all the time with someone you're dating or
I lied. I told one
permission.
person. Worst mistake of my life.
Who?
I'm in my car driving. A friend.
Give them a name.
I went to elementary school with them.
Okay. You're looking at me like I'm supposed to know.
You do. I have a lot of friends with this name, and you know one of the friends with the name starts with a K.
Once you said you know a lot of people with the name, you didn't have to keep going. I knew.
Okay. So I'm driving. Phone's connected to the car.
Because you have a million people with that damn name.
Somebody's in the car. So I'm driving. She calls. I never answer my phone. Let me just answer the phone. Boop. Yeah, Wagwan. Hey, when are you going to blah, blah, blah again? The person in the car turns and looks at me.
Is that how they found out?
No. This is how somebody else found out.
Yeah. No, not your girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's how they found out.
Yeah. And I was just like, I'm going to have to call you back. Oh, my God. I'm going to have to call you back. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. Click. Why couldn't you just tell me that? And I'm just like,
who's the person in the car? Oh, I know who the person in the car was. I think I know.
You do.
I don't know. Like, you're also very secretive for I don't know why. Like, when I've gone on like my solo trips, I just don't like
people asking me questions, because with girlfriend, I knew I'm not going for personal gain per se. Well, I'm not going for personal gain per se. So when she found out, it was, it would have been nice if we could have went together. Okay, if we could have went together, we would have went together. Like, oh, I hope you have. Then it's the condescending. Oh, I hope you have fun. Enjoy it. I don't want to hear all of that. I don't. And I'm hearing all of that because you're not with me. That's the issue. Get out of here. I can't even roll my. Get out of here. It's a Beagle thing from like 4 years ago that I used to do. Well, not I.
You used to be on that all the time. You go on that anymore?
Oh, fuck no.
Why?
It gets annoying after a while.
Why? Talking to people, socializing?
No.
You used to have all your besties.
Jeez, I still do. She just had a baby. Shout out Shug. Jeez, Sammy Sam.
Shout out Sammy Sam.
I hate you.
What? I'm trying to be supportive of your friends.
I was gonna say you don't even know her, but you.
Who's
do.
the British one? Is that Sammy?
That's Sammy.
Hello,
Yeah.
Sammy.
Yeah.
I love you just because you're British. Sammy had the baby.
She had a baby. He's so cute.
He's going to call you Mummy.
He's so. Mummy. No.
Mummy.
But it's a boy.
Have you talked to your Canadian friend?
Yeah, that's exactly what it would be.
Canadian friend, Mummy.
Yeah, I would love to meet her in person. Like, I think we'd just be like, stupid.
So, are you revealing where your trip is?
Oh
now?
God, no.
You're not telling them.
Nobody.
So, is there a chance that you're gonna go see Sammy and the baby?
Maybe.
I guess there's a chance because like you're not telling us.
I'm supposed to go to Paris next year. Did I tell you?
Yeah, for a wedding.
Yeah.
You told everyone.
Okay, good.
Did they they have their dates booked and whatnot?
I think so.
Did they give you a save the date? No.
Well, me, because I know like he's like.
No, you've talked, but there's not an official save the date.
Not that I know of. Maybe they're gonna do it at the, what's it called? You have a engagement party.
Maybe they're usually like mailed out.
Okay. Well,
or even if you want to do like an thing, but just to like so you know the date, and then the invites don't come until
later.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how this works, but yeah. Did you know that I read on the news that somebody from Canada got bit by a shark in Turks and Caicos? And when I read it, I'm like, these fuckers try to get me in the fucking water. Oh, it's just a stingray. Oh, it did the babies. It did the bitty stingray.
Shark.
I'm pissed. When I read that, I'm like, these motherfuckers tried to kill me.
Try to take my man down. How could they?
And that's why we stayed on the boat drunk.
Well, I had to get back in the boat because like the salt water was, I couldn't see.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't. Yeah. I had to get back in the boat like this.
Oh, that's even worse because you fell in the first. No,
I didn't fall.
No, that was the friend.
Oh, yeah. We're like, we're all gonna jump off
at the same time. Let's jump together.
All you see is one person go whoop. Yeah, it was not me. That's funny. And then we're like, we made this person swim back
and to climb up the ladder
to get back on the boat. It wasn't just like a do. You had to like really use your upper body strength to like pull
At one point,
up.
I gave up. I'm like, I'll just stay down here because I'm not doing that.
I was like, if it was pure lower body, cool.
Yeah.
Even core,
no problem.
But like upper body, I'm surprised I got myself. So yeah, once I got on and then back off once.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm either staying in the water or I'm going back in.
And then we stayed off for a while.
We did go to like the sandbag.
Yeah. We stayed off for a while.
One more time.
Yeah.
But like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't.
It was after the sandbanks I was talking about though. when they were like, oh, let's go look at the trenches where the little turtles and the little fishies are. Let's get snorkeling. Like, what? No. That's their territory.
Nobody there was their territory.
I was hoping you didn't catch it.
Their territory. Oh my God.
So funny.
Yeah, there's sharks everywhere. I was on TikTok and I was on TikTok and it was like, one of those like, not true crime, but like, stories of stuff that like happens to people. Mm-hmm. They were talking about this woman who was swimming. She was like with her friends or whatever, and they saw some dolphins. So she was like, oh, like I want to, go out and like see the dolphins, like swim out to the dolphins. So she starts swimming, but then she realized like the dolphins are like further out.
Oh, okay.
No, they were like further out than she thought. So she was like, no, it's not worth it. Start swimming back. As she's swimming back now,
this motherfucker,
something pulls her under.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Something pulls her under. Bit her in the thigh, pulled her under. It was a shark. Sharks. She's underwater, fighting for her life. She's trying to, they say punch the shark, whatever. Adrenaline is kicking in. Blood is filling the water. She pops up. Help. People are seeing. Some people are fleeing. Some people are whatever. One man.
Yep. Wouldn't be me.
His wife and children on the sand ran out to try to help her. So he's going to take a while. You're trying to run through the water. She's, I believe she got pulled under again. And if I'm not mistaken, it grabbed onto one of her arms, ripped that arm off. And I think it was another shark. It was, I think, about 3 sharks, but I think they were kind of attacking her like one at a time.
Yeah, of course. Let's take time.
But she's still, one hand still trying to fight. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they got either the other hand or a chunk
or
a chunk of the torso.
Let them take me.
I can't remember, but they got another chunk. Now, at this point, the guy is on his way out, but the dolphins came and they made a barrier between her and the sharks, and now the guy is there, and
he can't even get there.
No. The dolphins were protecting her and the man, and he got her to shore. But she died either on the way to the hospital or in the hospital. But like,
that's crazy.
The dolphins were like,
we gotta help, rescue heroes, save the day. That's crazy.
But like, oh my God,
that's nuts. So
also not shark related, but I saw a video and like
the whale.
No.
Oh my God! You didn't see the whale swallow the people on the canoe?
What? No.
The whale just came up and like opened its mouth.
Who canoes in the ocean? You canoe on lakes.
I say canoe, but it was probably like a kayak or one of those stand-up paddle thingies. I don't know.
Was it a paddleboard?
I don't fucking know what they're called. They were sitting.
So,
but the whale just like was like, and it's on its tongue. The boat is on the whale's fucking tongue.
I feel like whales don't chew, sorry. So like, listen, I'm not trying to die ever. I want to be immortal. But Des, going out by being swallowed by a whale, that's a cool way to go, man.
Ask Jonah, he didn't like it.
Listen, but I'm a make my way out through that blowhole. What you mean?
They're live, apparently.
Yeah. And I think if you like tickle like the uvula, like throw you up or something.
That's what I'm thinking about. The uvula. I'm thinking about I'm dead.
But I'm just saying, imagine you live to tell the tale. If you could get swallowed by a whale.
I would never go in water again.
If you could get swallowed by a whale and be okay and live to tell the tale, like you wouldn't do it?
No.
Why?
No.
You said that you saw them and their boat on the whale's tongue.
Yeah.
As the mouth is closing, if you were on the outside, I was on the inside, I'd be like, tell them my story. Like, it's kind of cool. If I knew I would be okay, unscathed, maybe just a little traumatized, I'll go to therapy. It's okay.
I wish I can't find it.
And then no one would believe me. I'd be like, oh, I was in the belly of a whale. Oh, on video, I would keep that video on like a USB thing around my neck so I could show people at any given moment.
You're nuts.
If I was okay and I lived, of course, tell the tale. No. It's cool.
Spirit animal, no.
But no, what I was gonna say, it was like I don't know if it was some sort of like ferry or boat, because in the video you could only see the back of the boat. Mm-hmm. But it was like clearly some sort of like party thing, and like the guy, like there were people like drinking, partying, whatever. But the boat is trying to dock. Okay. So like it's pulling in slowly to the docks, and whoever's filming is on a boat side by side. It looked like several like party boats where people were like drinking, socializing, maybe food. I don't know. You see a guy in the water. Now, apparently what happened right before that is that they said, no one get off the boat until we are fully stopped.
Of course.
But he was drinking, so he wasn't listening. So he jumped off into the water. Now, because the boat, like the dock is here, the boat is here. So they're like, get out, because the boat needs to come in. Mm-hmm. He starts swimming back to the boat to try to get up to the ladder. But the boat has propellers. And it's weird because the propellers are right near the ladder, usually, which makes no sense. But apparently they did give a warning, like no one on and off until, because it looks like
stops.
Yes. Yeah. But he's drunk. And he's in the water. You know, like when you're in the water, the liquor just hits you harder.
You don't have to tell me.
He is climbing up. You see like the propellers like hitting the water, and like the thing is at the side. Mm-hmm. I guess because of the movement of the water, you see him go to the side, try to get up the ladder, and then he gets pulled under. I think the first time I saw this video, I thought it was a shark, which is why I remembered when we were talking about the shark thing. Mm-hmm. He gets pulled under, and then he pops back up, and he's like reaching, like, help me. And you start seeing red.
Blood everywhere, yeah.
Someone was helping him. Like, someone reached to pull him.
And just got half of him.
As you pulled him, you realize his whole foot is gone. The propeller chopped it off.
Of course.
And it's funny because the guy saw that and let him go, and he slipped back into the water. But then he got himself together and like helped him up again. But like his whole foot, this is like a young guy, 20s,
See,
buff,
no,
attractive, tall. Like he had like everything going for him, and just a drunken mistake.
I found it, by the way.
This is the whale swallowing video. Let me see. Wait.
I know. Let me make it bigger. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah. Weirdo. Can't see anything. Also, it happened so quick.
These are the little buddies.
Okay, that's a kayak. It looks like a two-person kayak.
Yeah.
Okay. Waiting.
Keep waiting.
I'm seeing bird. Oh, shit. Left the kayak, though. And you just hear the birds going crazy. The birds were, like, laughing.
Stupid idiot, we tried to tell you.
Yeah, the birds were, like, legit laughing.
Maybe they were trying to tell him.
You know that's why I don't fuck with seagulls? Because they laugh at you.
They do. They don't care. Seagull,
they cock their head back and like, I hate it. No. All right. Anyways, let's do the question of the day.
Yes, ma'am.
Question of the day today is, what would be the perfect gift for me? You know, my birthday is coming up.
The perfect gift for you. Mm-hmm. The perfect gift? Mm-hmm. Sorry, I would have to tell you this one off air. But the perfect gift, I think, would be someone who you can consider a soulmate.
A person?
Yeah.
I wanted like a material item.
Nah, because you're not really a materialistic person. I know, it sucks, doesn't it?
I was going to say the perfect gift for me is a first class ticket to somewhere, you know?
I think that's a great gift, but I think the perfect gift, like, you could be like Des, like, you found me, like, this, like, somebody who's actually genuinely, like, fits the categories, no red flags.
Stop trying to be sweet when I'm trying to be salty. I'm trying to be sour. Okay, you think the perfect gift for me is a soulmate?
Yes.
Okay. I think the perfect gift for you...
Fried chicken. Sorry. In case you needed help.
I think the perfect gift for Deswayne
is
our good friend Mateo. If you are listening, you know that I am still searching for the Mateo. If you don't know, now you know. Nigga. Deswayne made a friend in Mississauga, Ontario, January 2023. His name is Mateo. He's a little bit of a freak, but he's a nice man. If you know this man, have him contact me at Jonel Wilson or at this square room. Please. I am searching. I wish I had my shirt today. Maybe next week. Okay? I will wear this shirt every damn day until I have to. Okay? Where is Mateo? That would be the perfect. Actually, that would be perfect for me. For you, it's like a whole like scenario.
Jesus.
I think the perfect gift for you would be just like a setting where you could be with the people that you want to be with, but like you have your own room, your own area, has a TV, has internet access, the comfiest bed, unlimited food. Like think of like almost like a cottage, but like not really. Like you don't really want to go places. So
like traveling and like going all inclusive.
No. I'm not, because that to me, like that's like a vacation. Like I'm thinking like local, but like you, like the people who are close to you. So if you feel like socializing, they're nearby, like a compound.
Okay.
Like a compound, like they're close by, but like you have your own private area. You don't need to see anyone. You have your private chef. You just have like peace and serenity and good food, fried chicken. Like I just think that Kingsley's over it. Yeah. But I think that would be the perfect gift for you because it would just be the most
100%.
Just make you chill out.
It would be great.
If you want to be social, they're there. But if you want to be distant, and it locks from the inside, you lock them out if you want. Good. You know? Like your kids are there. No key. What do you mean?
No key.
You just lock yourself in forever. So a panic room. A panic room is his perfect gift. Yeah, that's what I say.
A whole bunch of friends were hanging out the other day at my house, and I went downstairs. I'm like, oh, the baby woke up. I'm going to put him back to bed. And I laid down there with
Went to sleep?
No, I didn't go to sleep. I just laid down there for like 30, 40 minutes. And I went back upstairs like, oh, it took a while.
You had to recharge your social battery?
No, I just had to convince myself to go
Kingsley,
back.
Chill. Oh, talk yourself up. All right, Des. It is your house after all. Yes. Get out of the cords, Kingsley. All right, before this dog tears down the set, let's, I guess, wrap it up. That was the question of the day, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. All right. Where can they find you, Des?
At my house, because I'm never going back to my mom's. You can find me at DesiD18 on Instagram.
Yes, and you can find me at Jonel Wilson on my socials. And of course, This Square Room on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and thissquareroom.com if you need to contact us, if you know about somebody's whereabouts, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, or if you just want to email us with a question.
The hair's growing on
whatever.
Me.
It's growing on you? It's not as jarring anymore. I think the first shock, because I wasn't expecting like pink and orange. I was expecting purple. Some sort of purple. I'm like, it might be a little patchy. Too. It might be, but like this was not what I was expecting. But like the pink parts that are pink are fine. It's just that it's not consistent.
At all.
Like there's parts that like you could tell were blonde, but like are kind of yellowy now.
Some red. Some
black. But the parts that are pink, the parts that I guess maybe the parts that you slept in with the dye. I don't know. But like where it's good, it's good.
Thank you.
Where it's not,
it could be better.
Let us know what you guys think about Des's hair, by the way. I don't think we told them.
I don't want to know.
Okay, right. We just want to know where Mateo is. Okay. That is all for today. We will see you next Tuesday.